Here we go, is the final 8 films or so that I'm seeing this year, and Joy is the first of them. Hello once again, watchers of Good Movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my apartment. Now today, we're going to be talking about the film Joy. This is the second Jennifer Lawrence film, which has come out this year and within the last 2 months. The last one was Mockingjay Part 2. Now we have the biannual David O. Russell film starring Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro, among other famous actors. Jennifer Lawrence is the main centerpiece of this film. She plays a woman named Joy, and we are introduced to her in a very not great situation. She is basically the housemaid of her family. Basically, she has her ex-husband living in the basement. She has her father and mother in the same house, but they have been split up for a while. And she has 2 kids she's taking care of. She's trying to basically manage a whole household by herself while working a job. And you just see her spirit slowly being crushed as she's just crushed by the sheer amount of stuff that she has to do every single day. And you really feel bad for her in the first couple of minutes of this film as you see her situation unfold. And it's really tough to watch. And then eventually she is prompted to basically re-spark her inventive genius, and she comes up with a product, and she's trying to sell said product throughout the course of this whole film, dealing with business problems as they come up. That's the majority of this film in a nutshell. I found it extremely engaging, honestly. The film is like 2 hours, 10 minutes or so. I was just captivated for the whole thing. By the time I eventually looked at my watch, it was only like half an hour left of the film, and I was just blown away by how well paced this film was and how well it kept me engaged for the whole duration of it. Silver Linings Playbook is David O. Russell's first film that he did. It was easily one of my favorite films of that year, and probably one of my favorite films still to this day. And American Hustle fell kind of flat for me. I think I wasn't as engaged in it. The Joy brings it back to the Silver Linings Playbook greatness, and I really enjoyed this movie. There's a use of flashbacks which is really well done towards the beginning, which basically shows Joy's backstory, and we see how she ended up in this situation that she's in. And I found that to be a very good way to kind of tell this story. The ending itself works quite nicely, and I won't spoil it obviously, but I thought that it tied up the film quite well, and it showed that she kind of remembers her roots. Bradley Cooper, when he's in this film, is very good, and I was glad that he wasn't the love interest, once again, in this movie. I thought that that was a very smart choice. We just have him as a standoff character who helps Joy out in some situations, and then you don't really see him for the rest of the movie. I thought that was a really nice thing to do, because this film is ultimately focused on Joy, this woman named Joy, Jennifer Lawrence, and her business aspirations, and her family trying to tear her down at some points in regards to those business aspirations. And again, I found the film incredibly enjoyable. The only real issue that I could think of, I spent about 10 minutes trying to come up with anything that I did not like about this movie. And it's just that there are some scenes from the trailer which don't make it into the final cut of the film. I always kind of get annoyed by that, because I always kind of end up looking for certain scenes as they come up, or I'll recognize a certain background or something, and it's like, oh hey, that line's going to show up somewhere, and that doesn't. So that's only the real issue that I have, and it's a very minimal thing. Overall, I very much enjoyed Joy. I thought it was a fantastic film, and I don't really know why it's getting so much hate. I'm going to have to watch some reviews and find out. But overall, I found myself very much enjoying Joy. It was a very joyful film, per se, and I thought Jennifer Lawrence was fantastic in it, as usual. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on Joy. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Did you like the film as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again, if you so choose. I appreciate it immensely. And as always, bring people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.